In one word, it's harder in one word.
But it's changing lives.
Inspiring, I'd say.
It would be foundational.
Fantastic.
Amazing.
It's good for the soul. It's good to see people moving on. More than a pay packet, that's the most rewarding thing, seeing the young people moving into well-paid, rewarding jobs.
So the Port of Blyth has been at the forefront of the clean energy sector, particularly offshore wind, for 25 years and more. And whenever I speak to any of those businesses, they're not particularly worried about the next orders. What they are worried about is where they're going to get the skills and the people to actually fulfil those orders.
One of the words used to describe Energy Central is a hub, a learning hub. It is where industry and education come together.
What the Energy Central Learning Hub allows us to do is have an inspirational working environment for our students. So I can be in a classroom teaching, and a 50,000-ton vessel can gracefully move by the classroom, and all of a sudden that provokes and promotes an awful lot of discussion about what's that vessel doing, what's it here for, what's it collecting, what's it going offshore to do. As well, our students are also side by side with industry, with colleagues, and that breeds a level of professionalism into them really quite early on. It's an inspirational place to teach, and it is 100% an inspirational place to learn.
But I've always kind of been interested in engineering. My granddad's been an engineer for I think 60 odd years. His whole career he's been a teamman, so I've always kind of known that I wanted to get into engineering somehow.
I think it's quite interesting how technical it can be, because it could go from a simple nut and bolt to a full system, like a forklift here, like how they work and how it all goes together.
I'm not really like a person who sits in the classroom. I don't really like it. I prefer like getting hands-on and doing everything, like physical, and just writing and working.
I think engineering is quite like a conduit to solve those problems and a media to tackle them head on. Whether that's something as silly as your mate needs something fixing, or something that would make your life a bit easier in the office, to big global problems that you've got so many different people working on.
I've always wanted to strive to be good, to be great at what I do. I wanted to make something that I'm proud of in my life, and I felt that offshore was a good combine of my interests and somewhere where I could progress to be something better and make quite a big impact on the world.
The T-level is a hybrid course, so really broad curriculum within engineering, but it also allows students to spend a day a week in a workshop, so they can hone in on their practical expertise and their levels of accuracy, precision, quality control, etc. Have access to 9 weeks work placement over the 2-year course. Ultimately, that T-level provision is the equivalent of 3 A-levels worth of qualification. Personally, I think there is so much more value added on a T-level than you get from an academic pathway.
We asked the question, if we could deliver the best first-year apprentice you've ever had, what would it look like? And the skills that came back were, we need industrial electrical controls, we need fluid power, including hydraulics, and then more importantly, it was about work-ready behaviours, things like personal responsibility, being able to work as part of a team, a focus on quality and problem solving.
It's not just about the subject, it's about applying that to the working world. So for me personally, that framework that the curriculum brought me, it's very much shaped the way that I think today, even when it comes to tackling problems at university or projects I'm working on at work. That foundation is something I always fall back on. I feel like that the T-level sort of lets you think outside of that box when it comes to approaching problems like that.
I enjoyed the variety that it went on in there. So you had the classrooms, but you had the business side, you had the hands-on. Then you had the different placements and different companies. That really gave you an insight to the different aspects to engineering. So it wasn't just engineering, metal, woodwork. It was business, computers, metal, whatever you could think of. The teachers really helped that either, especially Mr. Davies. He pushed everyone on to do their best, and he also got people the placements that they wanted.
Being taught these life skills has changed me dramatically. I would say this course has introduced just punctuality, presentable behaviours, good behaviour as teamwork, skills you wouldn't find anywhere else, I believe.
I'd say this course is a great way to just see what's available and like make new connections with people. Like Paul shows you how to make LinkedIn accounts, and then you can make connections with like companies on the Port of Blyth, and it does help you build upon things that like maybe school didn't help you.
Because when you go to apply to a job like this out of nowhere, you don't get very far. But with your connections, say from the T-levels, I've got connections with hundreds of companies around the northeast, and you have a better opportunity to get into there. Like I've gotten to here through my placements, and I wasn't even looking for an apprentice in here because I'd done my placement and they liked us and I liked working here, that they made an apprenticeship and offered us it.
It's important because it gets young people who are like willing to learn engineering, just gets them more involved, and it's like a safe space. You know what I mean? It's like just gets everyone engaged and like they want to come here and learn. You know.
So we're only 2 academic years into this programme, but the impact of it, we're already seeing the impact. So in year 1, 58% of our learners progressed into level 3 apprenticeships. This year we expect 70% of our learners to progress into level 3 apprenticeships.
Ultimately, for me, it's the perfect model. It's the building that inspires. We're based geographically on an awe-inspiring part of the northeast coastline, and we're surrounded by industry that we know that our students are also inspired and motivated by, and therefore they see how doable it is for them. We have a range of learners, female students who are going to university to study automotive engineering that have benefited from their last 2 years here. But ultimately, it's a model I think that could be replicated up and down the country.
This course isn't about getting a bit of paper, it's about making you ready for the world of work. That benefits the learners, but it's also benefiting the companies, because when our learners move into those apprenticeship roles, they're ready to hit the ground running, they can make an impact from day one.
But for me personally as well, I've been in the ports industry for a long time. I've also been passionate about skills and training for a long time. So to see what's happening here come to fulfilment makes me proud, and hopefully we can leave a legacy for future generations.
It proves really anything's possible. I mean, it goes from, as long as you put the work in, like you can achieve anything you want to, really. I had my maths to my name. I'd just been declined from the army. I had no idea what was next for me. 6 months ago I was working at Next, and now I'm working here at Faros Offshore, and they provided brilliant opportunities, and it's a brilliant company to work for.
I think it just shows that anyone can do it. I grew up in Blyth, then I'm stayed in Blyth, and I've got an apprenticeship in the Port of Blyth. There's a lot more goes on here than you think.
Yeah, it is very life changing. Yeah, because like you get to like do things that you never thought you'd be able to do, like meet people that you never thought you would ever meet. It's really good. It's hard to say, really.
It is an experience. It's a great experience. You know, you go through all of education without earning anything apart from the knowledge, which is good enough, but having that earning and the learning experience, I've always wanted experience, and it's the best thing you can ask for. Being from Blyth and working in Blyth, it's 2 great things.